Hello there, welcome to another exciting tutorial here on the Genius Studios Lab. I am Derek Keels, your host, and today I am so excited because we're going over track mats in After Effects. And I know track mats might sound pretty complicated, but what we're going to be doing, the techniques we're going to be using today, are actually very simple to use. If you are a beginner and you've never really used After Effects before, this is something you can do to enhance your videos. It looks really nice, and you can use it on your titles, you can use it on your lower thirds, you can use it on your transitions, or wherever your creative mind will take you. You can use these techniques. It's easy, it's fast, and so let's go ahead and get started. So I already have a video here. You can use any video you want to use and just use the same techniques. They work the same. So I'm just going to click over here and just drag it on into the gray area to make my composition. Now my video just happens to be some fire, but whatever video you are using will be perfectly fine. Next thing we need to do is we need to put some text in it. So I'm going to come over here and select my horizontal type tool and just click inside my composition and type what I want to type. Perfect. I'm just going to adjust the position of my text just a little bit so it's a little bit more centered. That looks about good. Now the next thing we need to do, and this is where the magic begins, we're going to come down here to where it says track mat, and we're going to adjust the track mat. Now if you do not see this parameter here, all you have to do is hit this switch here that says toggle switches and modes. So when you hit that switch, it should come up. So you might be looking at this, or you might be looking at this. So as long as you can see track mats and get to this on your video layer, you're completely fine. So what you're going to want to do is go down to where it says alpha mat and just click it, and what that does is it puts the fire inside now of my lettering. So that's pretty cool. I would say looks very professional, looks very nice. You got your letters here in your video playing inside of your letters. And so I'm going to just show you a few more things that you can do with this. I'm going to go ahead and click on my text layer or my top layer, and I'm going to come up here to layer. I'm going to go to layer styles, and I'm going to go to outer glow, and I can adjust the parameters of my outer glow by coming down here and hitting this little arrow, and I'm just going to bring the size up. And so what that essentially does is it increases the area. So now the fire is not just inside the letters, but it's also, the fire is also on the glow itself. So that's something that's, you know, pretty cool. Now suppose I was looking at this and said, you know, well, this is a cool little effect, everything looks good, but I want it to be a little bit brighter. Well, that's something that's easy to adjust. I can just come down here to my video layer, and I can go to my effects, I can go to my color correction and go down to curves, and I'm going to go into the RGB here and select the alpha, and then just bring up the alpha channel by just sliding it up like so. Now it makes it a little bit brighter so that we can see it versus being, you know, darker when it's down. When it's down here, make it here and it's a little brighter. Okay, well that's good. Now I'm going to show you one more thing that's actually pretty cool, is I'm going to actually change the hue and saturation, or the color of this title, of this effect. I'm going to just change the color a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my I'm going to come over here rather to my layers. I'm going to say layer, new, and I'm going to go to adjustment layer. We'll do it this way. There's a variety of ways I could do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it this way just so we get used to using adjustment layers. What an adjustment layer is basically it's a blank layer that I can apply effects to, and those effects will apply to every single layer that's underneath the adjustment layer. And so right now my adjustment layer is on top of every other layer. And so I'm going to go up here to effect, and I'm going to go into color correction, go down to hue and saturation. Perfect. Now you can see as I turn this little knob here that the hue changes, and it changes the color of my effects and composition here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keyframe some color. So I'm going to bring this down to 5 seconds. That's good. And just bring this to 0 again, so we're back to our orange. That's where we're going to start. And then I'm going to click the stopwatch on the color range. Just click the stopwatch. Now the stopwatch is clicked, and I'm going to go down to 5 seconds, and I'm going to just move the wheel down until it turns green. Perfect. Now that's keyframed in. So if you look at it now, it starts orange, but then it goes through these various colors until it turns green. So anyway, just something cool that you can do. You can use these techniques however you want to use them. You can apply your adjustment layer, do whatever you want to do. You can use your alpha channel to raise the brightness or lower the brightness or change colors or whatever it is you want to do. But most importantly, you have that track matte technique down, and you don't have to use the outer glow and make it larger or whatever. That's all up to you. So anyway, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. It would really help me out. And with that, I will see you on the next tutorial.